All right. How's it going, guys? Let's make sure this time my microphone's actually working. Let's see. How's it going? How's it going? Let's see. Need to move this guy. Hey, can you guys let me know if the music is too loud, out of curiosity? But welcome in, Matt. Welcome in, Juo. All looks good. Hey, Dempsey, welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah, usually I enter in this with my microphone not working. That was the first thing I checked. So hopefully everything is great. But welcome in. I'm excited. I meant to do this stream last night, but a couple things kind of happened, and so here we are to this morning. I'm expecting this to honestly be finished today. Somewhere between 2 hours, maybe 3 hours, somewhere in there, to knock out this Bulbasaur Invincible fusion. So I'm gonna go ahead. This was our grid from last time, so I just gotta default it back to where we were. The last time I streamed with y'all, I had this guy over here up as a sketch, right? Just trying to figure out like a Mega Man, Solar Beam, cannon type of maneuver, right? And then we kind of built off on that to this guy right over here. Let me just switch that. I think we ended up talking about him looking a little bit like a retired superhero, just like fighting as kind of being like a drag, right? And then I did make some changes from that sketch to this one, which I actually really like. I think the flower came out good for the cannon, stretched them out a little bit. So I'm really happy with the way this one's looking at and turning out. Let's see. Dempsey's going to be drawing as as I stream. Awesome. Yep, got to finish up some artwork as well. Awesome. Oh yeah, more intricate than normal. Yeah, actually, yeah, extra gulp on that one. Um, but yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. The pieces that I saw from you, incredible. Every one of your subscribers are in for like a special treat. But yeah, well, I'm super excited. So yeah, so I think today's just going to be more or less just kind of coloring, keeping it loose. Come up with some cannon blast attack for that solar beam. Not sure what colors I'll put in there, but hopefully it'll turn out great. When I pull up like the hero reference for Invincible, is definitely like just three colors, just yellow, blue, and black. And so I'm gonna see what I can do for my character. I'm assuming I might pick some three colors for Bulbasaur and his lineup. Let's see. Matt says I'm drawing during the stream too. Awesome. What are you drawing? What are you drawing? And then Jua says, "Can you answer my questions, Mr. S?" Absolutely. But first, Jua, let me go ahead and tell you something. For some reason, because you and I messaged in the Discord, it took me several months to realize that you are not the Juo who is my student in the classroom that is interested in similar things like you. So, so when I asked you about, hey, I'll see you in school, or are you feeling better? I was really just trying to talk about my kid. So I apologize for that one. Uh, let's see. NGL Amber, welcome in. Hopefully you're doing well. Let's see. So let's see. What were your questions? Let me scroll up. What character of the Hub Network would be a good replacement for Ness from Earthbound? I'm a big Ness fan. So let's see. Here's the cast so far. You have Mickey as Mario, Scrooge McDuck as Donkey Kong, Ben as Link. We got Jenny. Is Wakeman the Jenny the robot, that blue robot? That as Samus. I guess that would definitely make sense. Buddy from Dinosaur Train as Yoshi. SpongeBob as Kirby. Riggy from regular show as Fox. Twilight Sparkle as Pikachu. Donald Duck as Luigi. Arthur as Captain Falcon. And Pinkie Pie as Jigglypuff. Huh. I wonder. I'm not sure. Not entirely sure. It would have to be like some sort of because Ness does like psychic thingies, right? And then he's got like a baseball bat or a yo-yo, if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I've played like Smash. I'll have to think about that one. And then if anyone else has a suggestion, definitely drop that in there as well. Let's see. Wonder if they made Invincible costume yellow, black, and blue to hide his injuries as he gets beaten. Like 99% of the time. Yeah, absolutely. I was gonna say, they try to keep all the bruising and all the red on him, but like his obviously like his costume like rips apart, and so they end up putting the blood there too. So, but definitely smart to like try to hide it all. Oh, it's funny. Let's see, and then obviously let me just pull up our Pokemon, Bulbasaur, so I can kind of get some ideas for his color scheme. But I'm thinking this cannon, it's going to seem out of place, but I feel like it's got to be pink because of Venusaur's pink flower. But we'll kind of see it, because I'm thinking, and this is not going to, let me pull this off real quick. But I'm thinking pink, this is going to look weird, but I'm thinking that's pink. This might be like golden, and then we'll go into like a brown, because the idea for this was like that little stump that Venusaur has, like that tree over here, and it'll continue down here is my thought process for at least that portion. For that portion, I really don't know if I want to make his suit completely black, because I mean we'd hide some things if we do that. But I'm thinking maybe a dark green of some sort. Maybe something along those lines wouldn't be too bad. Like it'll look like that. And I think I could keep in like the Invincible yellow or whatever over here. I'm trying to think about it, but not entirely sure, because it would have to stretch all the way up, and I feel like I would lose part of the green from Bulbasaur. Thoughts from you guys? Trying to figure this one out. But I'm thinking this seems solid for the most part. This I'm still working, but I guess we'll find out. But yeah, so that's thoughts for right now. I can always change colors as I go. Um, but we'll see what it looks like. We'll see what it looks like. Think I'm gonna just start off inside the flowers. And I'm just going to set up, don't think I have a pink one like this one set up, so let me go ahead and duplicate a subtool real quick. Oops, there you go. Just stealing colors from the actual image. We'll see if we like them or if we don't. Because I feel like the colors are a little muted. Let's see. Let's bring it up to there. That might be a little too dark. And then this one. Might have a nicer kind of tone over here. Because I want to keep that like light side towards the tip of this thing. So we'll see what it looks like. I kind of like that. Zoom in a little bit. See if I missed anything. Sometimes I forget to extend the pixels, or that my G pen or my G brush usually has some gaps inside. Like that. So sometimes I get those little gaps and then I have to come back out. and then fix those up and tighten it up a little bit if I don't remember to expand like the pixel range. And then for this next one, I'll limit up the colors on this one. Let's see. It's a little darker than I thought it was going to be. Let's see what we think about it. It's not terrible, but what if we make it lighter as we go out? I'm kind of digging it. Kind of digging it. Yeah, and this was just the only idea that I knew that I wanted for him. But I would break the 3-color rule that is Invincible, I guess. I might just leave these completely flat. But not entirely sure. Strawberry shortcake for Ness. Why strawberry shortcake? Out of curiosity. And I think I'll test out the dark green over here. And if for some reason I'm able to finish this earlier than I think, I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe do a TCG pocket little portion to this stream. Not entirely sure. Let's see. Because young characters go on an adventure, that makes sense. That makes sense. See, I was trying to figure out something closer to abilities and what they might be doing. But I do like the adventure component. That does make sense. This is more of a teal. Let's see. I gotta change this a little bit up. Because I'm trying to think about like some highlights into the shadows right now. One of many opinions. No, for sure. Who would be good for him? This would be too... Well, I don't know. I didn't mean for this one to come out as light, but it might work. But I'm thinking it might work because the flower's kind of light as well. Let's see. Or I can add in another one of these. Just kind of go darker. Okay, I think I got it. Let's keep it less light. Yeah, and I'll keep that leg a little bit on the brighter side because of his blast. Ruby Gloom? Okay. I think I can see that. I can see that. All right, let's see. Let me double check this Invincible one because I'm wondering, because I think his arms are all the same color. So I'm thinking, since I did that, these two arms would be the same color as this. Um, yeah. And so instead of the glove, I kind of put the wood in there to kind of avoid it. Hmm. Maybe something like that. And then for this one, let's go flatter on the darker side. And it looks pretty good. And then he's got the bulb over here. So I think that one's totally going to be Bulbasaur's green. Let's see what we can pick out of this. Okay, I kind of like these colors. Although I think I did one too many times. Toon Superstars Clash Melee. Or Melee. I like the idea behind it. I feel like it would be such a great like story and actual like game. Let's see. Part of me wants to make vines come out from behind him, but I don't know um, what that would look like, and I'm wondering if I would just do it in more of like a painterly style, kind of like I did the Voodoo Sprite during that Thanksgiving SCP. 'Cause I have fun with it sometimes. Sometimes it does, it does take a lot to do like a painterly style versus like doing like the line work and stuff like that. Let's see, do we flatten this one? Nah, I'll give it some light. Alright, he's not looking too bad. It's not looking too bad. But I really gotta figure out. I don't know, I guess I could go brown. Or I can go eat. I don't know. I don't know. Hmm. Let me get rid of the Pokemon reference for a moment. I wonder if I could just go darker on this. Or would it have to be... something on the lighter side. I think the yellow works. Almost if it's closer to that brown. Retired, grumpy, old superhero with semi-bright colors. I don't know. Maybe we'll make it work. Let's see. We can play around with this one. Let's try this. It's not too much of a difference. Yeah, not feeling it. Not feeling it. Let's see. Because I guess I could always pull back and then just drop it like this. This would be another idea. So this way the brown doesn't look like it's just like a afterthought or doesn't belong. And then I think this part of his body could be similar to that color on like that crown area. Oh, I reversed the colors. Let's try that. Thanks, Juo. That's all good. I know some of us are drawing as well on the stream. Just like a little chill thing. So no worries. I've also got to come up with an idea. Maybe you guys can help me out on this one. I just hit 2,000 subscribers yesterday. So I'm trying to figure out a stream for that, but I don't know what I could do that would be somewhat different, other than like maybe subscriber suggestions, just do sketches similar to what my Draw Jar series used to be. That would always be an option, but I'm not sure how to make it special. So if you guys have thoughts on it, just let me know. I'm thinking, because the green looks like it's out of place, but I'm thinking if this character, because of the way I set up his nose, I'm setting him up to be more monstrous. I'm thinking I can make him green, and it will actually fit really nicely. I'll just have to change up some of the green tones, though. Shinji as Godzilla. Which Shinji? Too many. If I take that and shift the hue a little bit towards screen, I think that would be good. It's not the same green as the bulb, which I think works. You know, I really haven't done too many mechs. I think the last one I did, or the one I guess I can consider a mech, was one that was suggested by Dempsey, and I did as a short for my 100 heads challenge. Could always do a 100 heads challenge on live, if anything. Maybe for head 20, but then I'd have to wait a little bit. I just finished up number 17, and I'll release that video sometime next week. So, I don't know. Maybe something. Maybe they got to be things that are like quick sketches. Something that could easily be done. I don't know. Oh, okay. Evangelions as half humans and half Godzilla kaijus. I am trying to practice some monster stuff. That sounds cool. Let's see. I kind of want to use red over here, but it's not gonna match up. Maybe some yellow. I don't know. What were his goggle colors? They're like just like this faded smoky blue. I call them goggles, but they're just like, I don't know. I guess they're goggles. I don't know. Little eyepieces. Let's see. Oh, that's not the right one. When I render this, it'll be different, but wondering if this will help. Before I get to that portion. We'll see. Make a story based on the video, not as a book, obviously, yeah. No, I figured as much. Alright, we'll see what that looks like at the end. He's looking cool. I kind of like his color scheme. Trying to make sure that I'm not choosing all the same ones. There we go. Yeah, his flat colors aren't too bad. And I'm thinking all of these guys would be like that yellow. Yeah, and then we can make the bottom that way too. Amazingly super. Let's see what we can get out of this. Okay, so that's not terrible. I think I'm okay with this. So I'm just gonna hide Mark, the Invincible guy, out of the way. When am I gonna make a Discord server? Maybe at some point. I'm not entirely sure. I feel like I should do it. But I just don't know how great I would be at keeping up with it, you know? Usually feel pretty busy all the time. I don't know why. Between working 2 jobs and stuff like that, and then obviously with YouTube. Let's see what we could do here. Thinking this, and then kind of want a little bit of this, and then definitely a white. What's going on, Champion LDS? Hopefully you're having a good Saturday. Let's see. I think I'm good to start trying to figure out some of the patterns, like Bulbasaur's patterns on here. We can probably figure out where we can add some of those, some of the other textures. Ah, thanks, appreciate it. I'm doing pretty good, doing pretty good. My hope is just to finish off this guy today in about like 2 hours, maybe 3 hours. Maybe play a little Pokemon Pocket. Don't know. And then we got to get to real life things like, you know, laundry, grocery shopping, all the good stuff. Let's see what we can do here. I'll start off here, and I think I'll make them more wood-like textures. I've got a brush that I like. I haven't used it in a while. It gives me like a dual tone. Yeah, this guy. Try and choose the right colors. Let's see. Oh, that's what I forgot to do. I forgot to put my blending mode on. I was wondering why I couldn't see it. This will start looking like the dude from My Hero, the wooden dude. There we go. That's actually pretty cool because I just put on a new screen on this, and it's feeling really smooth. I'm really happy about it. I had this giant gash, this giant like scratch mark across my tablet, my drawing tablet, and my pen would always hit into it and it would bump and cause me to like do things I didn't want to do. So I'm actually really happy right now. It's really smooth. Gonna zoom in a bit. And all I'm doing is just like using this brush and then just using the brush as a transparent like layer or a transparent brush, and it just kind of erases things in and out of it. But yeah. So YTV and Teleton are going to join Toon Superstars Clash at some point eventually. Rupert Bear? Oh man, I remember Rupert Bear growing up. I remember that. It's a name I haven't heard in like forever. Yeah, it's not too bad. Not too bad. And then I gotta figure out a texture for this. But I also gotta put, I gotta remember to put in those spots for, like Bulbasaur, Venusaur, like that whole thing. I gotta remember to do that. Let's see. What do we want to do with his clothing? Texture-wise, either way, you know. Let's try out this weird grass brush and see what we can do with it. And then do the same thing, just kind of use it as a transparent brush eraser. We'll just use it in areas. Do we like that from a distance? I don't think so. I don't think so. Let's see. Let's see if this brush will be any better. Kind of give like a little crosshatchy feel. This one I like a little bit better. It's definitely more subtle. Let's see if we can darken it up a little bit. Yeah. What happens if I change the color to be a little bit more on the purple side? So the purple will just pull out the blue a little bit. Yellow to the green. So I'm kind of liking it more this way. Although it is a little bit more poppier. It is a little bit more poppy, I think. So I'm wondering if we should go back to the original color. which would be this color. It'll pop out either way once the lighting is on here and when the shadows are on here, but I don't know. We can always tweak it. And then you also need like I said, we need some of those patterns on here too. So I'm wondering if I need to just make another layer here. Well, this one will have to be below the texture so we can absorb it. So let's say it's like this. If I burn it, it'll just become kind of dark. Just messing around with the blending modes just to kind of see what it looks like. We're trying to get something in here that's interesting enough. Could leave it like that. I'm trying to make sure that I don't become too predictive with like the patterns. But I mean, that's just kind of the way our brains work, I guess. Or at least mine. Where I'll just kind of put in a pattern. But yeah. It's definitely spotty. It's definitely a little spotty. But then I wonder if I should also, just to kind of keep the pattern in, because this is where I originally had it on my sketch. This way it almost feels like the fabric that he's wearing kind of just has them all in here. Like it was just like a polka dotted or random dots type of feel. I don't know if it's the detail that's necessary. But with it being fused with Bulbasaur and that whole lineup, maybe, you know? Hard to tell. We'll see if we like it by the end. We'll see if we like it by the end. And then obviously... And I know these are supposed to be white. But my multiply layer that I have it on is obviously not going to do that. So let's see. Could always do another layer, but maybe the darker is better than the light. I don't know how much heat I'll get for doing this without the white dots or the white pattern. But we'll see. We'll see. For sure. Alright, we got to drop in a texture over here. Or maybe I could do both of these at the same time. Maybe the bulb and the petals. Because I was thinking about just doing it like almost like wild halftones, like this. And then just kind of erasing out some of the pieces. Especially if it's near the light. And then this one would be more on the pink side. And then again, just use that transparent brush around some of those lighter parts. I don't know if it appears more now, or as close as it can be over here, or if it just gets a little bit more easier or a little bit more poppy as we get closer. So yeah. All right, cool. Nice, awesome, cool. And then we're gonna need stuff for the vines, the center part of him, which should go all the way up here. Actually, let me do the vines too. They're not gonna share the same texture, but this way I could just do double the work, or just go a little bit faster. Let's see. I feel like maybe this should be a different color. What do you think of Batman and Spidey as Solid Snake and Sonic the Hedgehog? Let's see. Batman as Solid Snake, I feel might work. I think that'll work. Spider-Man as Sonic. Well, they are, I think personality-wise, they match up really fine. So yeah, I think that would be fine. Yeah. Yeah, I think that works out pretty good. Personality-wise, I think it works. Okay, and then for these guys, let's do it like this. I think either this is going to be the last bit of texture, or I'm going to go into the face and put something in there, just because he's like more lizardy. So maybe give him some little bumps or whatever. Hey, Ark, welcome in. Welcome in, bud. Hopefully you're having a wonderful Saturday. Yeah, I think this will look cool. I usually don't use this brush, but sometimes it looks alright. It's a It's a like a tally marks brush, like short tally marks, but you can't really tell, which is what I like about it. Oh, and I thought that was the last one, but I forgot this little bit over here. Let's do that one. It's not too bad, not too bad. Appreciate the compliment. Appreciate it. Yeah, we're getting pretty close on this Invincible Bulbasaur design. We're just about to enter the rendering steps for like the shadows and lights. Let's see. Let me try this little bump thing. I'm not sure if it'll work out nicely. Oh, jeez. that was really high up. All right, let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Gives them a little bit going on here. Looks like part of this became green. Let's make sure it's back to yellow. There we go. Cool. Alright, I think I'm ready. I think we're going into it. It's time for all of this to start coming together. So I'm going to start off at this leg right over here. Move my palette down. And then it's time to go to work. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Just soften up some of the shadows on here. Hmm. I might have to change up the shadow colors just a little bit. I know I'm going to overlay it with some of the color from that solar beam cannon, but we'll see. I'll know once I put the light on. Okay, it's not too bad yet. I don't know, maybe I was getting in my own head. Let's see. Trying to experiment with using another color for the soft lights instead of just using pure white. So we're gonna see if this looks all right once it's all over, like the entire character, to see if it like has some cohesion, see if it works out nicely. Because I don't want it to look like it's a afterthought or it's just like a component that doesn't work with the piece. Hmm. Yeah, I really can't get over how much I like this new screen protector on here. Oh my gosh. Usually get like a whole bunch of bumps and then I have to like move it. So it's feeling pretty good. Putting a little splash of orange in this one. There we go. Thinking those legs are looking pretty good. I'm wondering if I have to come back here and soften this up a little bit. Yeah, I'm wondering if I was overworking it. Because I think this is looking a little nicer. With just like some subtleties. I don't know. Because that's what it is now. This is what it was before. I think I kind of like it now. It's a little bit softer. And again, there's going to be light, so I don't think the shadow should be as dark, I guess. I think that'll be alright. Cool. I'll move it forward a little bit. I don't know how you guys tackle some of these. I like to go like a section at a time because I feel like it's just easier for my mind when it comes to trying to do like all the shadows and lights. I try not to overwhelm myself by trying to do just all my base shadows and then cast shadows and things like that first, like all of it for the whole piece. I think I get like a little sense of accomplishment every time I go from one part to another. So I don't know. Okay, I think everything looks like it's selected. Okay. I think this is where I was thinking about changing that shadow color. This one should be more of a warmer one. Yeah, it should be this color. Let's see, Dempsey does flats, shadows, extra shadows, overlays for subtle lighting, highlights, and any glow ups. Yep. I like your process. I've seen you. I've seen enough streams to be like, this is the guy's process. I like it. Love it. Yeah, I think at one point I was trying to, and I don't know when I made this shift, but I was always doing like all my base shadows for the whole thing, then all the secondaries, and then I kept going like that. But then for me, I felt like I don't know, for me personally, because it wasn't working for me. I felt like I was taking longer, or I was going, but I was also cell shading back then too. Now I'm like trying to go into more softer looking pieces. But when I was cell shading, for some reason, I don't know why I thought I was taking a lot longer. When cell shading is a little bit quicker, it's like sharper, right? You can clean up those edges a little bit nicer. Um, but I don't know. I felt like my process was a little bit different, and I wasn't. I felt like overall the whole pieces weren't looking refined enough, and I kept missing spots. And so I think when I started doing it this way, I started slowing myself down, and then I felt like I could like just isolate and then pull back and then see if it works with the whole piece. So like, and you'll notice that I'll be zoomed in and then I will pop out to see if it works all together or not. Um, but yeah, so I like it. I like, and then your results are always pretty incredible too. I was like learning from other artists. There's always something you can learn no matter what. No matter, even if you think like you're a master or whatever, right? You're just like, I didn't think about the way that that person approached it. And then it just makes you think about it. And I know you came up with your last artist tips or pro tips, but yeah, no, for sure. Those some of those things were great because then it was like, oh yeah, things I forgot, and things I didn't think about. Oh yeah, no, and that's the thing, right? We definitely want to keep growing and see what's going to be the best way to get this done. Like, what's going to be the best approach for us. But yeah, always learn from other artists. Like, just observe, just watch what they're doing. When I was really into comic book illustration, I'd always look at like Jim Lee and just kind of see what he was doing, because I loved that. Or any comic book for that matter. I just look at how the artist kind of came about for what try to dissect their approach and their styles. Sometimes I'll catch myself doing it, but I don't know if I still do it. But I will just use like the lasso tool and just cover up areas and just let that not as like a selection, but like a fill in, and just use that to just keep it all super saturated, and then use the blur tool to kind of soften up. Um, Lately, I've just been using the airbrush, um, and I used to just use it for my overcast or my cast shadows. Super hard to remember those tips and to not duplicate any. I bet, I bet. And it's funny because it's when I'm reading them, I'm like, are these things that I'm already doing? Because you have to break down your process to figure out those pro tips to give out, right? It's like, wait, what am I doing that other people might not know? That's funny. Let's see real quick before I forget about this color. And I think I already forgot about the color. Yep. It was like a reddish hue. It's turning purple. Hmm. I want to say it was close to this. Hold on. My bad. Yeah, that's the one. Because I went for something a little bit warmer. Um, because of the blue is too many cool colors. So when I put blue on blue, it's just giving this huge blue effect. So yeah. Just want to make sure I remember that. Kaiju Kaiju Cheese 11. Hello, how are you? I have to say I love that name. Kaiju Cheese. What happens if you run into a kaiju that's lactose intolerant? What happens? This questions that pop up. Let me maybe use this one. But yeah, overall, I'm like really liking this. He's looking really good. It's coming together. His colors are a little weird, but looking really good. There was a villain, and I can't remember his name, and it's he used to wear like all these random colors on him. I can't remember the name right now. I'll probably remember it once I'm off stream for some reason, because that's just how my brain works. Um, but yeah, that's the only example I have that would be like close to this. Can't remember if it was DC or Marvel now. Toiletnator? Color scheme wise? Alright, you're gonna make me look this up. I don't know what Toiletnator is. Wait, is this Kids Next Door? It's Kids Next Door. Which is really funny. I had plans to use Kids Next Door, and yep, that's what I figured. Yeah, I had plans to use Kids Next Door as dragons at some point. It's still on my list of potentials, because I wanted to bring him with Rachel Pets universe, and just I don't know what kind of ability he would get from like number 4 or whoever, but I thought about using them. Because I was gonna make number 4 like a brawler dragon, which would make sense with his like hot-headedness. But yeah, never did it yet. It's still on the list. I might get to it eventually. If there was ever a lactose intolerant kaiju, I would eat him. I like that. No fear. No fear from kaiju cheese. Yeah, it's so weird. I keep expecting like a little bit of a pull as I'm drawing on this, and again, it's just because I changed out my screen. It was getting old, guys. It was getting so old. Alright, let's see. Let's hit up these highlights. Or just some lights. I feel like that'll be too much. It's gonna be too much. I'll change out the color. Or swap colors, but we'll see. Which, if you guys do use Clip Studio, it does have this function where you can just change out the colors for the layer or for the selected area as well. It's normally what I do with my sketches anyways. Or on here, like if I'm like, I don't like that color, let me just alter the color of the layer. It'll fix it up nicely. Let's see. Well, maybe it's not out of place. Maybe it was just too much. Maybe it was just too bright. Yeah, because the orange will completely mute it. Yeah, I think that's fine. That'll be alright. And then I'll use this as a soft light. Almost like, I guess it would just be a rim light. But I soften it up instead of making it harsh. And this is, again, this is, and I mentioned it earlier, this is like, I'm just experimenting with this. Normally I use white. And white will just suck up the color underneath it and just brighten it up a little bit. So I'm just kind of experimenting, trying to see if I really like this or not. I feel like I'll know it for sure if I see the whole piece, but I do like adding in that little bit of color variation. It just makes certain spots on him a little bit more interesting. And I say him because he doesn't have a name, although I think it may have been Dempsey. Dempsey, it may have been you. I think you named him Invincisaur. We only had like 2 names for it. And I still have my post-it, but it was like Invincisaur and Invincible. But I do kind of like that idea. Kind of like that name. Oh, yeah. No, it's looking good. It's looking good. The question is, do I soften up like I did before with the other layer? if I'm like really light with this. Because again, some of these won't be super dark because of the because of that cannon that's about to be used. Yeah, I think that'd be kind of cool. It'll be darker on this back side. Whoops. I'm pointing at it like you guys can see what I'm talking about. Whoops, wrong one. I'm pointing at this side. Apparently I didn't make a layer. There you go. So like that side's fine. That should be dark. Because all the light will be right here and should radiate that way. So those parts can be dark. I'm trying to keep it in my head as I go. What lever type for lightning do you use? What do you mean? What lever type? I'm not sure what you mean. I'm sorry. Kaiju cheese. Let's see. We're going to move this one up more. Oh, light. Sorry. Well, I guess that's a guess. But what light type do I use for my lightning? I think it just depends. Sometimes I like using different colors, like a red lightning, purple lightning. So I'll use like, for instance, I guess this would be. I don't even know if Eevion's the best example for this. And just to give you a heads up, this was a Dempsey J inspired tutorial in the middle of a stream. But essentially I had like a color, we blurred it, duplicated it, right? Blurred it behind it, and then just kind of like put in like some of the glow effects and stuff like that. We'll pretty much do like the same kind of thing. That's about to happen with the Invincible character that we've got. So we'll see that minus lightning. It'll just be like a cannon. So it'll be like a beam. But yeah, Evian had a lot going on for him. He had a lot going on. No, not your bad, Kaiju Cheese. I type fast too, and I won't look back at what I wrote. And then I've got a buddy that does speech to text, and so it's never what they really mean, which is kind of funny. It's for a good laugh for sure. Because it won't be like one letter off, it'll be like a whole bunch of letters and words off. And then you'll sit there just trying to think, what were they trying to say to me? Yeah, let's see. Let's see what we got here. I'm thinking I'm going to move to the arm. We can move to the arms, plural, on both sides. And I think over here, too. I think maybe the wood will be different. Maybe I'll wait on the wood. And then I'll wait on the back bulb. Yeah, so this should be enough for sure. See, and then I think this is where... Well, I guess I have to keep it this way, because the belly's this way, too. I was thinking about turning it back to blue. And I think this was something like, I think even Kingpin Creations kind of had the similar issue. Like, do I put, like, a different shadow color for different parts of my drawing? I guess it just depends, honestly. Let's see. And then let's just take a little piece out of here. And then I'll blur it. I'm definitely looking forward to end of the month. Like I know we just started, but I'm looking forward to the end of this month just because in my mind I've got some really big plans for that world building challenge that a few of us are doing. So Dempsey J Illustrations, Kingpin Creations. We've got Night of Arcane, and then Nerd Comics Inc. and myself. So if you haven't seen those, definitely check those out for sure. But I've got some big plans for what's going to happen in my story coming up. Like this, like the first episode was all about the intro. Like here's the character. Second one is going to be. I'm going to give you the title right now, but it's called The Burden of Destiny, and then we'll kind of move from there with the story progression. But my hope is to have 13 of these episodes, right? That's my goal, 13. I've already kind of outlined them. So by January 1st of 2026 will be my last episode of that series to kind of quote unquote end it. And I'm hoping I do really well with it. I just got to keep up with it. And then the shortest month though, yeah. And then I would need to work on part 2 yourself. Absolutely. I think what Nerds got like 3 parts out. No, I think it's got like 3, and I think I don't know if Knight does. I don't know if Knight has the second one out either at the moment. Kaiju Cheese asks, "What's your favorite Pokemon?" My favorite starter Pokemon that I always go to is Bulbasaur. I've got a tattoo of him on my forearm. Let's see. If it's not him, I'm a classic like Dragonite fan. Garchomp's also pretty sick looking. I'm trying to collect those cards in Pokemon TCG Pocket. But you know how it is. You gotta have some gold to like really like compete for sure. But yeah, Lucario's always classic. Yeah, he's awesome. He's got a beautiful design. Um, and then yeah, Nerd's definitely flying through it. The guy's quick. He's got all these ideas that he just spitfires and just goes. I have to sit for a while on an idea and be like, I wonder if this is right. Maybe we got to make a tweak, you know? Let's see. Okay. I think this is where I was. I'll have to come back over it with, I think I'm doing a pink beam for the cannon, but I'm not sure. I actually don't know what color the solar beam cannon is, or the solar beam attack is. It's probably yellow. But I'll make it orange. I'll tweak it. Like, I know Invincible doesn't have, he's more physical. Doesn't have, like, special attacks, but, you know, Bulbasaur, Venusaur, the whole lineup does. So, we're gonna do it. But yeah, I do like this, like, little color variation with this, like, I guess it's not necessarily just rim lighting because of where I place it, but I kind of like it. Kind of just dig into these places. Let's see, like as a whole, like if I just isolate, I think it's looking really good. Let's see, I think I'll do the back part first. I'll do his bulb first. Because I think I'm going to have to maneuver. turn the paper, guys, if you ever need to. This one I think I can keep blue. But yeah, this is where I was thinking about the vines popping out from behind his back and just kind of painterly style it on the way out. It'll make it stick out, but as well, I think, just because it'll be something a little bit different on the page. Because all these black lines will be really harsh compared to it. So I think it'll build more interest if I decide to do it. It's on my mind. Or I might have to save it for like the next Bulbasaur fusion, whenever that one pops up. So yeah, if we're able to finish this on stream, which is what I'm pretty sure we'll do. It's only 12, where I am. It's gotta be later for you, Dempsey, but for sure, we'll probably finish this up and then decide on what to do with it. We gotta make decisions. But yeah, the idea for the cannon is like the bulb itself will absorb, well, at least absorb some light energy, and then it'll just like spew out the other side. Let's see, Kaiju Cheese says you could do a beam of light, things coming out from the Groot spores, from the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie. Be kind of cool. Be kind of cool. I am Groot. I don't know if I could pull it off. I'd love to be able to do it. Let's see if we could do it. We'll see if we could pull something in here off. We'll see. Yeah, I like this orange. It's very close to yellow. It's very similar. I don't even know how far apart they are on my color wheel. Not too far. Not too far. I know you guys can't see my color wheel. I think you guys only see the canvas. Let's see. Alright, last part of this bulb. I keep forgetting I don't have to draw as dark, or push as hard on this. The other screen I had to push harder just because it wouldn't sense it through like the little scratch marks. Like my screen whenever I touch the pen down. I really messed that one up. I'll try to be lighter handed, I guess. You're sad, like I don't know. I feel really satisfied when things are like really coming together. I don't know. Like sometimes things come out the way that I plan, And that's when I'm like, yes. Sometimes things come out better than the way I planned, and I'm just like, just over the moon. And I think this might be one of those over the moon moments. This bulb looks really good. Pew! You can dance back and forth now. Let's see. Let's do the shoulder, the arms, and this flower. I can fit them all in the same little bit of the screen right here. There we go. And then I just need to move this guy over here. Alright, let's see. So concentrating on this part and these parts. I was thinking the flower, but I might have to wait a second. But yeah, if you're enjoying the stream, don't forget to leave a like, guys. And if you have any suggestions for any like future videos, let me know. I know we got a few things over here for like that were suggested already for videos. I'm definitely gonna go through them, see what I like, see what I think I could pull off too. I think that's a big one. Because sometimes I like things and I'm like, I can't do it. Like I love mech armors, but I can't do it. I really feel like it. That's what's kept me from doing it. Dempsey's request for Guyver, I think, was as close as I got. Let's just kind of turn that around. Yeah, I've been wanting to like continuously like work on this since the last stream, and I'm just like, I'm so glad I got some time now to do it. And kind of like I've been sitting on this for a hot minute. The only thing I did behind the scenes was just obviously change up like the flower and make some adjustments to the bulb and whatnot. There we go. There it is. I think that's what this is. I may have overstretched this just tiny bits. I think it's definitely you. let's see. Gonna erase and then we can re-blur. There we go. There we go. Making it look good. Splatoon Venomized or Splatoon times. I like that. I like Splatoon. Splatoon's pretty cool. A lot of like my students that I teach online, they love it, and they talked about it enough for me to want to like look it up, and it looked really cool. I like the art and stuff for it. Let's see. I think I realized that I didn't cover this part up. Let's cover that up. There we go. Things looking good. I'm gonna move on to this flower. Again, turning the paper. Turn the canvas. Okay, looking really good. Okay. These two petals. When did I start art? I guess that's like a hard question. Only because, I don't know, as a kid, I've always liked doing art. I've always enjoyed it. I know I wanted to become like a cartoonist when I was probably about 8 years old, but I didn't really. But I guess that's stick figure art and stuff like that. But I didn't take art seriously until COVID. I always used to do like kind of like art clubs with like my students in middle school. And then COVID hit, and then my kids told me to just start a YouTube channel since we couldn't like really meet up or anything like that. And so that's this channel right here. So there's like a lot of weird early videos in the beginning, just because that's what it was catered to back then. But I guess that's when I took it seriously. It was around COVID, and then when I made the shift to start trying to like post videos um, on like a weekly basis. I think that's when my art really got pushed, and I was really satisfied with the outcome. So that would be like last year. I was posting like a video a week until about summertime, because I usually take a hiatus then because I have to work my second job full time. Because as a teacher, you only work like 10 months, so you only get paid 10 months. So for the other 2 months, I got to make sure that gotta pay the bills, and so that's when I normally stop. And then this year, I'm deciding to do it bi-weekly, and this way, if I have time to do like an extra video, then we get an extra video in a month. Let's see. For you, the same, Kaiju? Yeah, for sure. I think COVID's gave me enough time to just be like, well, I'm gonna move this from more of just a hobby to, kind of push it out there and see if I can find some peeps. And obviously it worked. I was able to hit 2K yesterday, right? So I was really happy about that. Still need an idea for a stream for 2K, for hitting 2K subs. So I'm not entirely sure what that's going to be, but at some point I'll figure it out. Dempsey says, I have a picture out, 4 or 5 black and white photos with a hand of pens and the other with paper on the path to the house we lived at. Ooh, okay. That's so cool. No, that's really cool. Thanks, Ark. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think it is coming out pretty good. There we go. I thought it froze for a sec. There we go. And then we'll little quick blur. But yeah, I remember I used to grab like crayons and paints and stuff, and then just draw all over the walls. Yeah, for sure. When you were 4 or 5, Dempsey, yeah, I used to just do it, and then my mom at one point just let me keep drawing on the wall. She didn't even care. Am I staying hydrated? I got a cup of water right here. So there we go, staying hydrated, Ark. But yeah. It's a good Saturday. It's a good day. Hey, Dempsey, question. When is your next stream? Out of curiosity. I think I gotta change it to this color. Let's find out. I think it'll be alright. Monday, Friday? Okay, awesome. Maybe. I'm gonna try to get in there, man. I felt like I had so many things going on, especially yesterday. There's like some stuff that was happening. So I was like, man, I can't catch a break. But I'm glad I'm glad I freed myself up for this morning though, because normally I feel like I would have, because I'm usually on like time constraints between like the online job with teaching art and then family time and stuff like that, and so normally I have to cut these like short at like 2 hours. But I'm glad I found a little bit of time here to do this before I have to get to like groceries, errands, like all the adulting stuff, laundry. But yeah. I'm gonna try to make it out to you, Dempsey. I'm gonna try to make it out there to the live stream. Friday stuff for you? Yeah. So hey, you lucked out. Friday for D&D. That's awesome. That you meet up for a D&D. How long has your campaign been going? few seasons. Had a lot of D&D games that started and ended sadly. Yeah, that's usually rough when you can't do a finish up a campaign. Um, but I think that's kind of why I like the short ones, like almost like one-offs, because then you know, hey, we've got this time. This is what we're finishing, and then kind of go from there. I think I did a great job on his legs. I don't know. My eyes are going towards these muscles that I made pop out for him, which he needed to have big legs. Considering like Venusaur is like a bigger kind of Pokemon. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I think this looks pretty cool. I don't know why I made him a little bit thinner near the center, like towards his torso, but then his arms get bulky. I didn't actually look at the proportions for this until just now. I don't know why. But he does look cool, though. I'm really happy. And I think vines and then face could be my next move over here. So let's do that. And then face. Was that 2 or 1? Yeah, that's probably why. There we go. That Fang Scream's space plant vampire. Oh yeah, this is like one vampire that you just don't want to get bit by because you know that's gonna go all the way deep through. Holy cow, he's a beast. I wonder if I have to go a little bit here. Let's find out. Yeah, that looks better. That looks good. Let's do it this way. Oh, Dempsey's okay. So Ark's asking the question, "What mythical creature would you be?" Dempsey says a dragon. I like that. I think I would be stuck between a griffin or a phoenix. I think those would be like my two. I think. I think personally those would be my two. You're basically a vampire, so you go with vampire. And then Kaiju Chi says they'll go with kaiju. I think that kind of makes sense. Griffin or centaur. Okay, very cool. Matt and I could be like griffin buddies. Unless we're territorial, then I guess not. I guess we'd be fighting. But very cool. It's a good question. And I guess it's like, weirdly enough, we've all at some point thought about it because we all had an answer pretty much ready to go. It's got to tell you a little bit about something about this group over here, guys. We're pretty awesome. Trying to think about how the snows really works. I kind of gave it a weird shape and never actually thought about how the nose is going to actually play a role. Um, hmm. One of those, it might be too late to change my plans now. But, I don't know, let's see. Maybe I got to lower the nostrils a little bit. Or, whoops, too close. We'll find out. I might make it. I might make a change as I go. To be honest, I don't know why, but he looks too much Venusaur and not a Mark Grayson, but I could be wrong. No, no, you might be right. You might be right. I ended up going more Venusaur. The Mark Grayson's probably just the suit at this point. Like literally, I think the suit's more him, but it's definitely just all Venusaur, for sure. Because Mark Grayson didn't have too much going on for him. Like even in the references, when I'm trying to mix these two up, and I don't know why I went monster. I think I went more of a monster route. I don't remember who gave the suggestion. I'd have to go back to find out. Could I give him the hair? I probably could give him the hair. I don't think it's too late for the hair. Totally do it. The hair would probably make it a little bit more. Mark Grayson. Because right now it's all like Mark Grayson costume-esque, but like a Venusaur cosplay mashup. Which I guess is really what it is. But yeah. Good suggestion. I might give him the hair. And we'll see how we like it. Ooh. Wrong brush. There we go. There we go. I think I already hit these up. And then it's just about this part. I think that's something I like about these streams is that you guys can offer some opinions and some suggestions. And sometimes I'm just like, huh. Sometimes I get caught up in my own art. I'm just like, hmm. You know, like, it looks fine. But then you'll point something out. And I'm just like, oh, snap. That's right. That's true. I didn't see that. Sometimes you need another, like, pair of eyes. And then I think a little bit of orange doesn't hurt over here. Yeah, I think back to like the Evian. That was like a huge collab with you guys. Because there's certain things on there that I could not have done without any advice. So, yeah. Kaiju Cheese is answering Ark's question about if you've ever played D&D before and what your favorite class to play is. I did like, and Kaiju Cheese said monk. For me, I did a small version of one once as like an intro. We did it during one of my art classes. Someone that's DM'd before ended up DMing our class. So we did that, and we ended up drawing the characters that we were. I was a rat. Like we had to choose like an animal character. So I was like a rat. I don't remember what his name was, but he was kind of fun to mess around with. But my brother and my wife and I try to do one together. And mine was like an orc character. Just, brolicky kind of guy. Fighter, typical. Okay, and then let me get these other branches. Or these other vines. I don't know why I call them branches. You're doing a story for Fan Ben 10,000? Oh, yeah. I love Ben 10. I mean, they had so many reboots though, but I thought it was pretty great the way it was. Oh, you know what? I think I've been using the wrong colors on these. Didn't catch it till now. Let's go back. It's gonna give me everything, right? Let's see. Whoops. Come back lines. I guess I should just do it this way. I should have just done it like this from the beginning. Instead of selecting individual vines, I should have just done the whole thing. Consistency issues. And then by doing it this way, I think I could add a little bit of a variation to the look of these guys. Your version's a little bit serious with little comedic, like sprinkled into it. I think it's a good balance. Yeah, I think it's looking pretty good. And then we just gotta. We said hair, but I'm thinking I can render this first before the hair. We can just kind of either stick it on top or erase. I don't know. Maybe I got to do the hair first. Yeah, let's think about that. Let's do maybe the hair first. might need a reference for this one, where he's just like standing straight. Let's see if we can find it. Like a forward-facing Mark Grayson. Because most of it's just him like flying. Okay, this one looks pretty still. And then I'll just kind of drop it in here, I think. There we go. That might help. Ultimate Gohan kind of hair. Let's see. I don't have a lot of room up top that I can mess around with, so we'll see what we can do here. I'm gonna make it my own, obviously, but let's see. I'm gonna sketch this part out. I'll do it right above this sketch. So I think I could, from where his pointy ear is. Well, technically, like, I guess the Invincible one doesn't have, like, an ear hole, so I guess I could have just made this an actual ear for this monster. Could have kept it out. And then I could just do this, or something close to it. So this would be the mask. Although I think just because the color's already there. I'm just going to be lazy on it. I'm just going to leave the hair the way it is. But the hair, we'll drop in the hair for sure. Let's see. So I kind of want this ultimate Gohan type of hair. Let's see. If I'm thinking ultimate Gohan, I'm thinking really sharp. And I think it will work with him. I don't want to shrink him up. It's my only issue, I think, is I don't want to shrink him up. I might have to shrink him up. Because usually with hair and with heads, you want to build volume. So, like, for instance, if this is my character, then if I'm going to draw hair, I don't want to just draw it, like, super flat. Like, you know, like, do his hair like that. I want to make sure that it actually has some volume across from it so that I can give him some space to, like, breathe, you know? Hopefully that kind of makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense for y'all. That's kind of what I'm thinking of over here. Like, it might not have enough room. If I instead shrink him, if I just drop him down a little bit, it should give it to me. It should give me enough space. Digital art for the win. Let's see. Yeah, it like flows. So let's bring this up more. And I mean, the pose, I think, in my mind was like a Mega Man inspired thing, so it wasn't even Invincible inspired. But I think it's just because I wanted to see a solar beam. I don't want him to look too much like my Evian character either when it comes to this hair style. So we're gonna make it slightly different. I think that would be cool. I think this will look good. Arceus. Let's see. Let's put the line work back in. Let's revamp. At least it's not much. There's not much going on, so. Oops. Not even using the right brush. There we go. I just want to make sure that outlines just as stays consistently thick for this one. There we go. Yeah, okay. It's looking good. I just want to double check that. Let's see. Problem with Arceus is that there's two possible outcomes, and he will do nothing, or he will probably completely destroy pretty much everything. Probably destroy it all. Okay, this should give us a little bit more of that Mark Grayson we were looking for. Yeah, I think so. Whoops. Put that in like that. Let's remove the sketches. Select this layer. Make sure it's not going in the wrong layers. Like, I don't want it to go deeper into where my color is. Just making sure we're good here. And then let's make sure that this hair is in here because it wasn't selected. Okay. Everything should be fine now. Add the color and then just delete whatever's inside. There we go. And then hair color. He has more of, well, it's going to be too light on this side until I put all the stuff in it, but I guess we can leave it black hair. I think I'd leave it as the black hair for this one. I think it'd be too bad. And then the only thing I got to do is, I want to make sure which layer I'm on. I think it's textured layer, just to remove that. And then this guy should be removed as well from that hair. And I think we got... See, now it doesn't look like retired old man. Now he's got a... I don't know. Now he's giving off like a teenage vibe to me. I don't know. I might be wrong. I might be wrong. Alright, let's see. Start rendering in that mask. Let's see. Da-da-da-da. The black looks good in your opinion? Yep, I think so. I'm gonna see, like, and I can adjust it too. To like change just the color of the hair afterwards, just to kind of see what looks best. Because this one's not like super black, right? But I also don't want to leave it too dark that I can't put in some details and stuff. But let's see what we got. Let's see what we got for this guy. Okay, let's see. We should be nearing the end of just like all the colors and stuff, and then we can get into that canon, like little special effect, you know? Young adult vibe, yeah. So probably not teenage, right? So maybe a little bit older. So I'll keep most of this in the back. There we go. And then we can add in that light. Sure, I blur that out. Looks great. Also, weird question. What do you think of Larry from Pokemon Scarlet and Violet? You know, it's been a while since I actually played Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Is Larry the normal gym leader guy, or I might be wrong. I don't know. I'm gonna lose points on this one, I'm sure. But which one is Larry? Or maybe that's Norm. No, he's not Norm. Norm's is a different gym leader. Different gen. Sorry. So when I say it's been a while, I really mean it's been a while. Normal gym leader. Okay, cool, cool. And champion. Yeah. Um, I like his vibe. I don't know why. Depressed dad. Like, have to work. All business, no fun. I don't know. He's kind of a funny character. I'm glad I got that one right. It would have been terrible if I got it wrong. I think it's also my wife's favorite gym leader as well. Alright, let's see what we can do about this stuff. You love him so much, he's your favorite character as well? Yeah. He's just got a vibe to him. He's got a really good vibe. I think it's just because he's relatable. Let's see. I'm doing this differently than I would do like normal goggles. Because normally I would have just colored the skin underneath and then made a different layer for the goggles color and made it like almost like a overlay layer. I'm doing this one differently because I decided not to go that route. I'm adding in all these other bits of colors as well. There we go. And then I think we got, well, I always do this where I forget about the teeth. But I feel like if I go blue, it's too much, right? So let's do, like we'll work with a gray, darker gray, darker gray. And I don't even know if I chose white or if I chose like an off-white, but it's pretty close. There we go. Teeth are done. Let's see. Kaiju Cheese says, do you play Marvel Rivals? I have not played it yet, but I want to play it really badly. I really need to get on it. I want to. I've been watching a lot of game trailers and people playing it. I need to be on it for sure. Maybe in a week or two. Maybe we'll just do it. Who knows? Maybe I'll stream with King at some point and we'll just do Marvel Rivals. Or any of you guys. I don't know. Let's see. Ark says, yep. And also being only normal type dude in that world makes, typically speaking, special. And he is also strong with both of his teams. It's so fun. Yeah, I've from the gameplays and stuff, I'm like, it reminds me of, I don't know. It's like I don't know. Like, I like those fighting types of games. I've always been like a Call of Duty guy, Halo, those sorts of things. And then, also playing in like with Mortal Kombat, all that stuff. So it's got it all. And of course, superheroes, which is my favorite thing ever. Ever since I was a kid. So definitely all about it. Adding in a little bit more in here. So his eyes pop out a little bit more. I feel like they do need like a tint of a color. But we'll see. Yeah, like if I throw this in here, it gives him some sort of eye color. And I kind of like it. It actually looks pretty good. Jeff the Shark is your favorite? That's so cool. Alright, and I think it's just hair. Make sure I'm not coming into the mask over here. Or into those goggles. And then, of course, gotta pick this last piece of hair. Alright, cool. So we just got to render this out. And then start thinking about this cannon. Star-Lord is Kaiju Cheese's favorite. Star-Lord looks cool. I like the images. When he's like wearing his blue jacket, I thought it looked really nice. Just giving shape to the hair. I do like that they incorporated the Fantastic Four now. That's probably one of the... I think Fantastic Four had been one of my first comics that I ever read. I'm trying to think back. I don't know if it was that or an X-Men comic. But yeah, I thought that's kind of cool. Okay, and then I think I'll do this on this one too. It's gonna be difficult to read for now, but just trying to move some of that hair around, or some of that shadow to make it look like hair. I might leave it sharp. I usually don't leave it sharp, but we'll see. A little difficult to read, but we'll see what it looks like at the end. Colin GP says, keep up the hard work. Definitely will do, Colin. How are you doing today? Hopefully you're enjoying your Saturday. Thanks for stopping by. We've got our Invincible Bulbasaur fusion going on. So yeah, so this is what we got so far. We decided to add a little bit more of Mark Grayson into here by adding hair, but he's looking good. I'm excited. We're just rendering up the hair, and then we'll render up the this like little solar beam cannon at the end. Yeah. You'll return in an hour? All right. I might be done before it, but if I'm not, be more than happy to have you in here. And if I don't see you, hope you have a great day. All right, let's see. I need this layer, this color. We'll see what we can get. Add in those purple tones. And again, we might end up making his hair a little bit darker than what it is, because it is currently kind of light. Okay, we'll blur these. I'll use the fingertip tool to kind of give it a little bit of a hair pattern, where we can see some of these like little strands. And I think it'll be more visible once the light is on it. But we'll see. Again, we might have to go back into it and just kind of darken up some bits and pieces. Let me do it this way. There we go. Oh, that's why it looks wrong. Okay. I'm all on the same layer again. And I was using the the fingertip tool instead of the actual brush tool. There we go. I was like, I'm looking at this and it was looking weird. Okay, let's try that again. Let's try that again. There we go. That's darker. But I think everything else still stands. I think we'll still have to darken it up a little bit, because the base color for the hair is not that dark. I definitely left it too light. Let's see. Ark has a weird question. How much story would change just having a good version of Nolan? Or a good version of Omni-Man? Huh. Maybe not a lot happening. Oh, I got you. I got you. For Nolan or Omni-Man. Oh, it's a hard one, right? Because it's how far are you caught up in I guess the series itself? Like, are you all caught up waiting on the next season, or are you a comic book reader? I think it all depends. Because I feel like if you're all caught up, then I feel like he's just got lots of shades of gray. And I think just based on I don't know, like their whole race, I think it's just it gives you a different perspective if you just kind of see it from his point of view. Not that he's great, he's not like Father of the Year, you know, but I don't know. Maybe he wasn't a complete bad guy. But if he was like purely good, I just maybe there wouldn't be a story. Maybe there would be an invasion and they wouldn't even know why. I don't know. Yeah, waiting for more seasons, yeah. Let's see. Well, maybe we don't have to make the hair darker. Not pure good, just him telling Guardian Globe of the true virtue mates, and then you can United the Planets join and think. Oop, let's see. Sorry. Let's see. Maybe if I shut some stuff off. Maybe we got too many things going on. There we go. Wow, the whole hair changes the whole expression. Hey, yeah, it does. Thank you. I'm actually really liking it too. Um, how is it on your side? On my side, I'm getting like a stream status that says like there's an error. Out of curiosity from you guys. All right, well, it looks like we're good now. Okay. I just kind of shut off Spotify on my side because I was getting an error message on this end. So I wasn't sure if that was part of the issue or not. But yeah, cool. Thanks for that. Let's see. We're nearly at the end of this, I'm sure. Let's see. Just add in some of this random orange that I wanted to mess around with. There we go. Looks good. Awesome. All right, well, things are good. I'm going to pop this back open in a second, but we'll see. All right, and then I'll just lighten this up a little bit. Because again, it's not like a traditional rim light, but I don't know. I think it adds to it, or maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me with this orange instead of white. I don't know. But yeah, I think the whole expression does ultimately change for sure. Like he looks so much different, and not in a bad way. Not in a bad way either. I think it's pretty good. But yeah, let me check this out real fast. Okay, I think we're good. I don't think it's too bad. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, he's definitely different. We were saying young adult, right? I automatically went like teen, but he looks good. He looks good. And then all we need is that cannon burst, right? So the question is, well, I guess it's not a question. I'm gonna do it anyways. I'm gonna like literally shove him this way, so we can get like a nice like blast going out. I think it's gonna be good. Think the original Guardian Globes? Okay, yeah, no, I think so. That you know what I think you could be right. Some of them will definitely die in the series, regardless, though. I think. All right, cool. So we got this. Awesome. We just need energy, right? Let's see. That's my signature. I should probably label this layer. I've been trying to figure out what it was. And then this other layer I'm going to get rid of. And this one, I don't know what it is, but I'm going to delete it. There we go. Then get that palette out of the way. And then let me know if the music's too loud again, or if it's too low. But yeah. So I'm thinking some sort of orangey kind of blast is what I'm thinking. Maybe maybe it's not orange. Maybe it's another color. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know what I want it to look like. I got to think about this one real quick because I know it's so you either have something like this with some like spirals going around it, right? Let it blast that way, or maybe I don't know, make it seem like it's just growing out that way. I think this other idea I kind of liked for sure. Because I think it'll make sense with this flower setup. But I'll do like a little mix of both where it's just kind of like, kind of something like this, I think. Light banana would be cool. Yeah, something like this, I think. I don't know. I'm just going to let that be the sketch that sits here. It exists somewhere in existence. I feel like I have a pen that could be pretty good for this. Well, actually, you know what? Let me save before I forget. I don't want to like forget this save here, guys. Oh my gosh. There we go. Okay. Let's color this up. And then let me use this as a transparent layer. There we go. Oops. I left it transparent. There we go. Okay, I think we're good. Can I use Discord for a second? I probably could. I'll open up Discord and I'll check it. I'll check whatever you send me in just a second, for sure. Let's see. Let's put some stuff in this. Maybe something like this will show it off, but I'm gonna change it to maybe yellow. Something like that. Give you a few seconds. Gotcha, gotcha. It's gonna blur out the edges a little bit. And then essentially I'm just going to do the thing that Dempsey taught me on the middle of our Evian stream that I was talking about earlier when we had that lightning question pop up. But it'll be slightly different. You pretty much duplicate a layer 3 times. Then you kind of use a Gaussian blur. One's got to be a lesser value than the other. So let's say 24. And then that next layer could be, I don't know, let's say 40. Oh, well, not 0, 40. There we go. And then on top of that, we could change that blending mode to either like a screen layer, which looks pretty fire, or an add layer, whoa, or an add glow layer. You know, you could just kind of mess around with it. Overlay, looks like it's burning, right? I don't know, you got things like that as your options for this. And I believe Dempsey also put it on his pro tips as well in his posts. Used to be community, but it's just posts now. Yeah, duplicate the layer 3 times, Gaussian blur, yep. Keep changing the mode, yep, pro tip, there you go. I just call it the Dempsey J illustration method. That's what I call it. At least at this point, that's all I know it as. I'm like, I'm just gonna do the Dempsey thing. The Dempsey trick. This one kind of looks pretty interesting. This one's vivid light. It's definitely glowing, right? It's definitely glowing on vivid. It's definitely giving it like that cool look. Let's see, which one do I like more? That one looks pretty okay too, but it's not. And that one's like, I feel like that one was way too much. I don't know. But this one kind of gives us variety. I don't know, chat. What do you like better? You learned it from another YouTuber, but sure, go me. Yep, sorry, because I learned it from you. You were the teacher, so you are now in charge of this, or you're pretty much the reason for the inspired technique for me, in my eyes. So there you go. Dempsey J glow method done. I think I'm gonna go with vivid. I don't know, because it looks bright enough for the lights that like that are appearing. Oh, geez, wrong pen. That are appearing right over here on the plant. Like, I think it makes sense. So that's what I'm gonna go with. Can't change my mind. Let's see. You sent me a message. Let's double check. Dun, 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 dun. I see a little. What is this arc? It's an idea for you? Okay. I don't know why I was thinking, I'm like, as if we were like I don't know, like it, because the shape looks like a circle, right, with some like beam of color coming out. Oh, like that color is what you were thinking of? Okay, I got you. I follow. We're almost similar on the color side. It was like an orangey yellow. So it's not too bad. I don't know why I was looking at it as though like someone was inside the cannon or something. And there was like light coming from the other side. Like what happened? Like he puts his hands together to form this flower, but what does it look like when he pulls it apart? That's my question. Didn't really put put any thought into that part. But yeah, so let's do this. This merges, that merges. I'm gonna call you Solar Beam. And then I want to do like that little energy dust thing. I have no idea how to pull it off, so bear with me on this one. Because normally I could just use like a cloud or something. But, I don't know. Do we just go cloud? It's taking a second to load on my end. There we go. Like if I do it this way. This might be a little much, but we're going to find out. So let's hide this guy for a sec. Because I might change this one to be more orange. Yeah, let's leave that orange. But actually, you know what? Does this really need this? I don't think it needs that. Let's do this. Maybe like closer to an add layer would be better. Welcome in, the gamer with the cat. Hopefully you're doing well. We're just here, just kind of messing around. We're fusing our Bulbasaur character with Invincible. We're near the end of it, I think. I'm just trying to figure out these effects over here to figure out how I want this to be presented. Um, Thinking something like this, and then so I'm trying to figure out like how to pull off like a big blast kind of technique. Maybe divide, and then if I could do this with the motion blur. Gonna have to change the angle. I'm gonna figure out where that angle is. Wrong way. Wrong way. That way. And then limit the strength. Because I feel like this would give it movement. I think that would give it movement. But yeah, that's my thought. I think this looks pretty good though. Why? What was your thought, Ark? I'm pretty satisfied with this one. I'm wondering if I just need at least for him, like a background. I don't know if purple's the right color. I'll change it up in a second. But I'm wondering if that would be it. Whoops. Wrong button. And then I think what I would want to do. Actually, I'm gonna get rid of this part. I'm right now duplicating it and then merging the layers inside of this folder. Putting it behind Bulbasaur, or Invincisaur is I think the name I really want to go with. And then just put in like a, yeah, like a little bit of movement over here. And then what I could do is just kind of like, oh, you know what it was? Okay, that's what I wanted to do. Now I remember. I had to get rid of the lines. That's what I needed. And then go ahead for that blur. Because then that could give me like a little bit of that oomph. Right? Then that kind of works. Kind of gives them like this little blast, right? Yeah, background. Yeah, no, background definitely helps. I just got to figure out the right color for it though. Purple definitely goes with all that. It's also probably one of my favorite colors to use when I'm doing digital art too. But let's see. Blue would be too close. Green would be too close. That green looks disgusting for this one. This darker pink one would lose that. Yellow, you'd lose it. Yeah. Maybe purple was the right option. Maybe I just got to change the saturation. Which was definitely something I forgot to do in the other one. To like make them pop. So maybe that's the difference here. Maybe I've got to go here. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Other way, other way. Make him pop a little bit more. Just by pushing it to a 10, I think it looks really good. And then I think we could put in like a motion. Like some motion lines. I think that would help out too. But let me put all this in one folder. I know you guys can't see it, but I've got like all these layers kind of going off. I really should just soar. Just naming it on the side. So let's put all of this. This should have its own folder too. In case I ever want to separate this out. Put that in that folder. Whoa! Wrong folder. Wrong folder. There we go. Wrong folder. Whoops. And then thinking white lines for this one, but there's a cool like speed line thing. Not as thick. Let's see. We don't. How many gaps do we want? A little bit of gap. Whoops. Let's give it a second. There we go. I think I'm supposed to come in closer, but I think that kind of works. It's looking nice. Thanks, Nick. Hope you're doing well on a Saturday. Let's see. What happens if I decide to just make these black lines instead of white lines? I think the white lines work. What happens if they're black? Black or white? Or do I even need them? Because then I feel like I'm also losing a little bit of this guy right here. Unless I duplicate. If I duplicate, it'll show up. Yeah, no, I was gonna drop them a little bit. I just wanted to know like what color to stick with. Like so, for instance, we were just kind of mentioning it too. If we drop the lines, it looks like that. And if it's just white, then it's the same deal. Because you can always lower the opacity, but I'm not sure. I really like him. I think he's looking great. I think we did a good job with this fusion. The whites brighten it up a little bit, but it might be... I don't know. I do like the color black. I don't know what I like. I'm going to be like stuck on this for like a minute. Oh yeah, I just saw your sketch. It looks good. I get what you're putting on, putting down. This is the struggle. Look, this is me at the end of this too. Like, what do I like? What do I want? Because white keeps it bright enough so that like we can believe that area right there. But I don't know. Maybe I need more darker purple in this background. Let's do this real quick. Let's mess around with that. So if I do it this way, maybe shove it really far out. So it's only brighter towards that side. Okay, so I think black is going to make it too dark. And that's like my favorite color. I like using black in a lot of stuff. But maybe white's the way to go. I think so. Okay, so I think this will do it for Invincisaur. Or, you know what? I just thought of something. You're going to hate me, but I just thought of something. Because I have a frame on my other character. So what if... Let's make sure that's the right size. Okay. So what if I just do it like this? Or actually, let me back this up. I'm going to have to get rid of you. I'm going to have to get rid of you. I'm going to have to get rid of you. This one I'll label frame. Fade the white lines, overlay them. Yeah, so that's what I was thinking too. But I'm going to see if I could, like, I'm wondering also, I'm going to test this out first, to see if just by getting rid of everything on that outside layer, including this, this one really should have just been together. Let me do this real quick. Doing that. Whoops, wrong button. If that helps him out a little bit with sticking out. But I don't think so. I don't think so. I thought it would have been kind of cool. But that's why we test things. Alright, let's get rid of frame. Let's go bring this guy back down. Yeah, because the overlay would look really cool. Because the overlay would do this. So I'm looking at Dempsey's, fade the white lines, overlay them, yep. Bye, Kaiju Cheese. Thank you. I appreciate you. I think he turned out really good. Let's see. Arc, I would even make darker purple forest. But that is just for me, yeah. But yeah, no, because I'm not going to do a background. That's a weakness. That's a weakness I've got. That's for later. Technically, I'll do that for my world building challenge. That's where I'm gonna try to break out of that. I think these colors look good too. Pinker on that side, fades out a little bit on the other end. This one might be pretty good. This might be the one I want to do. Or we can add in some whites in there. I think this one pops. This one's pretty good too. I'm thinking this one. Yeah, this is where my gut's telling me to go with. So I'm going to go with this one. And the best part is, all I got to do is... Oh, wait, look at that. I got to update the signature. The other piece was 2024. We're now officially 2025. Alright, so let's just erase the signature and then redo it. Let's do it. Let's do this thing. Oh. I'm used to so much resistance on this screen that this feels weird. Oh my gosh. 25. Boom. There it is. Let me save that. Saving that. Alright, I can delete this guy right here. Good. Make a folder. I know you guys can't see this. I'm calling it background. Shoving it inside of this Invincisaur folder. And then I gotta make a duplicate. Because there's one more thing I gotta do. There's one more thing I gotta do. And if you were here for the Evian, then you know what it is. If you weren't, then you don't know. I'm gonna keep the secrets. All right, let's hide this. We're gonna reopen up this grid. Oh, you know what I didn't do? See, that's my issue. There we go. Let's try this again. Where was this one? Yeah, so I forgot that I don't want this in the copy. There we go. We'll leave the background and stuff open for the other one. Wait, I got too many copies now. Something happened. Something weird happened, is right. There's the original. Okay. I was wondering what I did wrong. There we go. When you start moving too fast and you start clicking things, things get a little wonky. There we go. Now I'm back on it. I got too many things on here. Too many letters and numbers. I should really just merge them all in the same one. Okay. Here we go. This guy's got to go this way. Here, I'm going to do something real quick. I got to merge all this. These letters and numbers are getting in the way. There we go. Just need that little, like, player selection board. I think it looks good. And then we could just use the selection tool to remove everything else. There we go. We did it. We did it. Awesome. Let's see. I know I missed a couple things on here. Ark says, I love the colors. Would go with, but for you, so I'm almost 25. LOL. Okay, not sure what you're saying there. I'm so sorry. Hey, Hudson, welcome in. When is the next stream? I have no idea. No idea when the next stream is gonna be honest. I try to have an idea of when I want to do them, like maybe every other Thursday on my off weeks, but sometimes things happen because sometimes I have like art tutoring and things like that. But yeah. So that's our little board, and then here's our boy Invincible. Really stoked about this one. I think for the next stream, again, not sure when, but when that happens, I'm going to probably spin the wheel then so we can kind of figure out what we're going to get, okay? Which means I'll have like a nice question mark next to another question mark to figure out what we're mashing up together for the next one, okay? Thank you guys for stopping by. Appreciate you guys talking and chatting with me on a Saturday. And I really hope you guys take care and have a good one. And as always, I'm drawing with Mr. S, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one, guys. Bye.